There's a primal instinct within us all, a yearning to explore the unknown territories, to push boundaries, to test our very limits. It's a call that echoes through history, drawing explorers to the edges of maps and the depths of our planet. But this thirst for adventure can be a dangerous game, especially when it leads us to places where nature reigns supreme. The earth is a tapestry of beauty and danger intertwined. Hidden within its embrace are places of breathtaking wonder and unforgiving peril, caves that plunge into the earth's dark heart, abandoned structures reclaimed by time and nature's grasp. Even seemingly innocent places of leisure can harbor deadly secrets. This is a story about those who dared to venture into such places, those who answered the call of the void. It's a story of courage and curiosity, but also a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the respect we owe to the forces of nature. The Nullarbor Plain in Australia is a harsh and unforgiving landscape. Stretching over 200,000 square kilometers, it is one of the largest arid regions in the world. The name Nullarbor itself comes from the Latin words nullus and arbor, meaning no trees, a fitting description for this vast, treeless expanse. Vast stretches of arid plains baked by the sun, the relentless heat and the barren landscape create an environment that is both beautiful and intimidating. The ground is cracked and dry, a testament to the harsh conditions that prevail here. Beneath this desolate beauty lies a hidden world, a world that is as mysterious as it is dangerous. The Nullarbor Plain is home to a network of caves carved by ancient waters over millennia. A network of caves carved by ancient waters. These caves are a testament to the power of nature, with intricate formations that have been sculpted over thousands of years. They are a hidden treasure, waiting to be explored. Among them is the Nullarbor Cave, a place of eerie beauty and deadly secrets. The cave's interior is a sight to behold, with dramatic lighting casting shadows on the walls, highlighting the eerie and beautiful formations. In 1973, a group of 8 experienced divers embarked on an expedition into the cave's depths. They were well prepared and equipped with the best gear available at the time. Their goal was to explore the uncharted passages of the cave and document their findings. They were drawn by the allure of the unknown, eager to chart its watery passages. The thrill of discovery and the promise of uncovering new secrets drove them forward, despite the inherent risks. The divers descended into the Earth's embrace, their lights cutting through the darkness. The underwater world was both mesmerizing and disorienting, with the divers relying on their flashlights to navigate the murky depths. They marveled at the cave's formations, unaware of the danger lurking beneath the surface. The beauty of the cave's interior was captivating, with intricate formations that seemed almost otherworldly. The cave, however, is a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers. Navigating through these narrow passages required skill and precision, with the divers constantly aware of the potential dangers. Disorientation is a constant threat. The underwater environment can be disorienting, with the divers relying on their instruments to keep track of their location and depth. And as the divers pushed deeper, they encountered another enemy, nitrogen narcosis. This condition, caused by the increased pressure of nitrogen at depth, can impair judgment and coordination, making it even more difficult to navigate the cave's passages. The depths of the cave held a deadly trap. The combination of disorientation and nitrogen narcosis created a perilous situation, with the divers struggling to find their way. 4 of the divers never resurfaced. Despite their experience and preparation, they were unable to overcome the challenges posed by the cave's depths. Their bodies, recovered weeks later, served as a grim reminder of the cave's unforgiving nature. The recovery operation was a somber affair, with the divers' families and friends mourning their loss. The Nullarbor Cave, once a place of wonder, became a tomb. The tragedy cast a long shadow over the cave, turning it from a site of exploration to a somber reminder of the risks involved in such endeavors, a stark reminder of the risks we take when we venture into the unknown. The Nullarbor Cave tragedy serves as a poignant example of the dangers that can accompany the pursuit of discovery, and a reminder to always respect the power of nature. Water parks, places of laughter, adrenaline, and summer fun. They are the quintessential escape from the heat, where families and friends gather to create lasting memories. The sound of water splashing, the sight of children gleefully racing down slides, and the feel of cool water on a hot day are all part of the magic. But beneath the surface of excitement, danger can lurk in the most unexpected places. The very elements that make these parks thrilling can also turn them into sites of unforeseen peril. In Scottsdale, Arizona, a seemingly ordinary water park became the setting for a tragedy. This water park, like many others, was a popular destination, drawing crowds from all around. It was a place where the community came together, where laughter echoed through the air, and where the worries of the world seemed to melt away. A young man named Ryan Kelly, seeking a thrill, snuck into the water park after hours. Ryan was an adventurous spirit, always looking for the next adrenaline rush. The idea of having the entire water park to himself under the cover of night was too tempting to resist. He was drawn to the towering water slide, its twists and turns promising an adrenaline rush. The slide, a centerpiece of the park, stood tall and imposing, illuminated by the soft glow of the moonlight. It was a challenge he couldn't pass up. Under the cover of darkness, he climbed the steps, unaware of the deadly secret hidden within. Each step he took echoed in the silence of the night, a stark contrast to the usual bustling activity of the park. Ryan plunged into the darkness, the water rushing around him. The initial thrill was everything he had hoped for, the speed, the twists, the turns. But soon the excitement turned into something far more sinister. But as he navigated the slide's curves, he became trapped. The slide, designed for speed and excitement, had a flaw that turned it into a deadly trap. Ryan found himself stuck, unable to move forward or backward. The narrow confines of the slide, designed for speed and excitement, became a suffocating prison. The very design that made the slide thrilling during the day became a nightmare in the darkness of the night. Fear gripped him as he realized the gravity of his situation. The walls of the slide seemed to close in on him, the darkness amplifying his terror. He struggled to free himself, but the more he fought, the more trapped he became. Despite the frantic efforts of rescuers, Ryan couldn't be saved. Emergency services arrived quickly, but the design of the slide made rescue efforts incredibly difficult. They worked tirelessly, but time was not on their side. The water park, once a place of joy, became a symbol of tragedy. The laughter and excitement that once filled the air were replaced by silence and sorrow. The park was closed, a stark reminder of the dangers that can lurk in the most unexpected places. A stark reminder that even in the most familiar settings, danger can lurk just beneath the surface. The tragedy of Ryan Kelly serves as a somber lesson that safety should never be taken for granted, and that even the most thrilling adventures can have unforeseen consequences. The sea has always held an allure for adventurers. Its vast expanse, stretching endlessly to the horizon, has been a source of inspiration and mystery for centuries. The ocean's call is irresistible to those who seek the thrill of the unknown, the challenge of navigating its unpredictable waters, and the promise of discovering new lands and treasures. For many, the sea represents freedom, a boundless frontier where the only limits are the ones you set for yourself, its vastness, its power, its mysteries. The ocean is a living entity, constantly shifting and changing, capable of both serene beauty and terrifying fury. It can be a gentle giant, lulling sailors with its rhythmic waves, or a monstrous force, unleashing storms that can tear ships apart. The sea's dual nature is what makes it so captivating and so dangerous. It demands respect and caution from those who dare to venture into its depths, but the sea is also unforgiving, and ships, while marvels of engineering, can become steel coffins in its grip. The history of maritime exploration is filled with tales of shipwrecks and lost crews, reminders of the ocean's relentless power. Modern ships, equipped with advanced technology and built to withstand harsh conditions, are not immune to the sea's wrath. A single mistake, a moment of inattention, can lead to disaster. This is the story of Kurt Smith, a young engineer aboard the SM London Express, and his tragic fate. Kurt was a dedicated and skilled engineer, passionate about his work and the sea. He had spent years training and working on various ships, always striving to improve his knowledge and skills. The SM London Express was his latest assignment, a massive cargo ship that transported goods across the world's oceans. The ship was docked for repairs, a labyrinth of passageways and compartments. The crew was busy with maintenance tasks, ensuring that every part of the ship was in perfect working order. The atmosphere was one of controlled chaos, with workers moving in and out of tight spaces, welding, inspecting and repairing. The ship's interior was a maze of narrow corridors and compartments, each one filled with machinery and equipment. Kurt, tasked with inspecting an air intake tube, entered its narrow confines. It was a routine job, one he had done many times before. The tube was a tight, claustrophobic space, barely wide enough for him to crawl through. He moved carefully, checking for any signs of damage or wear. The air was thick and heavy, filled with the smell of oil and metal. Despite the discomfort, Kurt was focused and methodical, determined to complete his task. He was alone, surrounded by the ship's steel ribs, the air thick with the smell of oil and salt. The ship's structure creaked and groaned around him, a constant reminder of the immense forces at play. The confined space amplified every sound, making the ship feel alive, almost sentient. Kurt was used to these conditions, but there was always a sense of unease, a nagging awareness of the potential dangers lurking in the shadows. Unbeknownst to Kurt, a temporary hatch cover shifted, sealing the tube's entrance. It was a small, almost imperceptible movement, but it had devastating consequences. The hatch cover, meant to be a temporary measure, was not secured properly. As it shifted into place, it blocked the only exit, trapping Kurt inside the tube. He was unaware of the danger at first, focused on his inspection, but soon realized that something was wrong. He was trapped, his cries for help swallowed by the ship's steel belly. The thick walls of the tube muffled his voice, turning his shouts into faint echoes. He pounded on the metal, hoping to attract someone's attention, but the ship's interior was a labyrinth of sound-absorbing surfaces. The crew, busy with their tasks, were unaware of his plight. Kurt's situation grew more desperate with each passing minute, the air in the tube growing stale and suffocating. As the SM London Express left port, Kurt was adrift in a steel prison, his fate sealed. The ship's departure marked the beginning of a journey that Kurt would not survive. The crew, unaware of his absence, continued with their duties, the ship's engines roaring to life as it sailed into the open sea. Kurt's world had shrunk to the confines of the tube, a small, dark space where time seemed to stand still. Days later, his body was discovered. The crew, finally realizing that Kurt was missing, conducted a thorough search of the ship. It was a grim task, filled with a growing sense of dread. When they found him, it was too late. Kurt's lifeless body was a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk in the most unexpected places. The crew was devastated, their grief compounded by the knowledge that his death could have been prevented. A tragic reminder of the unforgiving nature of the sea and the importance of vigilance. Kurt's death was a sobering lesson for everyone on board. It underscored the need for constant awareness and adherence to safety protocols. The sea, with all its beauty and allure, is a place where even a momentary lapse can have fatal consequences. The crew held a memorial for Kurt, paying tribute to their fallen comrade and vowing to honor his memory by being more vigilant in the future. Even in the heart of a man-made behemoth, danger can lurk in the shadows, waiting to claim the unwary. The ship, a marvel of modern engineering, was also a place of hidden perils. Kurt's story is a poignant reminder that the sea and the vessels that traverse it demand respect and caution. It is a world where the line between life and death can be as thin as a misplaced hatch cover, and where vigilance is the key to survival.